I spent a month in Vietnam and came home with 5 honest tips I wish I knew before going. Tip number 1 is like the context, aka where I went. So I went to 4 different cities. I went to Saigon first, the main city with everything to do, everything to eat. I recommend spending most of your trip there. Second one is Vũng Tàu. It's close to Saigon, but it's more of a little beach city type. A lot of construction and the beach is not the best, but just because it's close, I recommend spending like 1 or 2 days. Third place was Nha Trang. This one was like my favorite place. So it reminds me of going like to like Cancun. The water is so clear. I went to the Vinpearl attraction park and I recommend spending more than half a day there. And lastly, it's Da Nang. I took the train there and I would not recommend it at all. It's ghetto, not a fun experience. So take the train or the bus there. So my tip number 2 is the shopping there is elite. Shopping in Vietnam like is unmatched. Everything is so cheap. Like it's not the highest quality, but it's like good quality. People talk about Korea or Japan style, but Vietnam is so underrated and so much better. I highly recommend Compound Garden. It's like a retailer that carries small niche brands from Vietnam, and they have 2 stores. One of the brands that they had there was Maverick Studios. I just discovered them. Like the basics there are so good. I really loved it so much that I went to the original store. It's in Thao Dien. So Thao Dien, I really recommend that neighborhood too. It gives me like Song Su, Harajuku vibe, but Vietnam version. There's like a lot of indie stores and coffee places, including that. One of my tip is to get lost, but not get lost, but like explore stuff. There's a lot of random little shops and alleyways, and I went down this dark alleyway, and at the end of the tunnel was like thrift store, and it was so low-key, and they had so much vintage clothes. Third tip is that the cafes and matcha there is unreal. If you guys saw my TikToks, you guys know about one of my controversial points was that the matcha game in Vietnam is like 10 times better than Japan. The bevies there hit different. They're so cheap, good. There's so much matcha cafes everywhere, and I think I drank 7 matchas one day, not even kidding, and at least minimum 2 per day. I love all the branding, concept, the vibe, and the slow-paced culture of the cafes there. I did some work and nobody bothered me. I could stay all day. One of my biggest regret was not drinking more of the Viet coffee. I recommend going to the small street vendors for coffee. It's like 30 cents and it's way better than some of the stores selling it. Also, one thing that was odd is that Vietnam uses condensed milk as like their main sweetener. Even in matcha, like they're gonna put condensed milk at the bottom. Tip number 4, I miss cheap food so bad, like cheap as in really not expensive. I think I gained 3 kilos since I came back. I was scared the entire time though that I was gonna get food poisoning, but I did not, except like 3 bad times in the toilet. But it's not that bad. I just don't recommend eating raw seafood or uncooked meal. And similar to the fashion tip, I recommend going in alleyways. I went to eat Bún Bò Huế and it was like in a dark alleyway and another alleyway that led to a house, and that place was Michelin guided. My last tip, tip number 5, is that Grab is your best friend. I highly recommend downloading the app. I think like this is your only necessity in Vietnam. Grab is so cheap. You can book like 7-seater car, driving for 30 minutes for like $2. And walking in Vietnam is hard because like it's not made for people walking. It's narrow and there's no sidewalk for the Grab scooters. Like I didn't know if I had to grab the scooter guy or like just hold the seat, but it was like too awkward to hold the person, so I was just holding the back of the seat the entire time. Anyways, so that's it guys. These are my tips and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So please drop a big fat like for good luck.